Thanks, Giselle.
Good evening, and thank you all for coming tonight. It's a real pleasure to be part of the ceremony.
As you all know, the Hispanic Heritage Foundation has been honoring Hispanos and Latinos since 1987.
Only 3 awards were given that year, one of them for leadership merits.
For taking the lead as a change agent or as a policymaker.
The next honoree is a decision taker.
But he's so much more than that. He has pledged to lead and help his constituents, but beyond his constituents, he is known as a true champion for all the Latino community and especially for our immigrant brothers and sisters. This is someone who has led the way.
That is what we call a leader. Please roll the tape.
Leadership. Liderazgo.
Because the truth is, today's immigrants, as they have for generation after generation, work the longest hours at the hardest jobs for the lowest pay, jobs that are just about impossible to fill.
This is a famous quote of a Chicagoan. Like his paisanos, Abraham Lincoln and Barack Obama, Congressman Luis Gutierréz can write and speak and turn words into inspiration. But most importantly, he can turn words into legislation. As the first Latino to be elected to Congress from the Midwest, Representative Luis Gutierréz is a Democrat currently serving District 4 in Illinois, which includes his native Chicago, and has served in the House from 1993 to present. In these last 18 years, his office has helped more than 50,000 people from Eastern Europe and Latin America to become U.S. citizens, truly English-speaking American citizens, since he led the fight to increase citizenship education and English language proficiency programs for newly arrived immigrants. Luis Gutierréz called English the key to success in the United States and the language of commerce around the world. On the road to citizenship, the Freedom Ride is driven by his steam. Luis Gutierréz has embraced the cause of immigrant workers in the United States and actively campaigns for legislative reform to benefit them and their families. A meaningful legislative reform for the recognition of their contribution to the quality of social, cultural, political, and economic life in the United States. Once he said, "Uncertainty and fear and ignorance about immigrants, about people who are different, has a history as old as our nation." Luis Gutierréz is our leader for changing that to a positive state of mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, put your hands together again to honor and commend Congressman Luis Gutierréz as we award him the 2010 Hispanic Heritage Award for Leadership.
Thank you very much. I am very humbled to receive this award here tonight on behalf of all of the Latinos and Latinas who fight and struggle every day to make their lives better and contribute immensely to the wealth of this, our great nation. I would like to say that we do this because it's really simple. When I go to Salinas, California, and I go to the garlic fields, and I meet a Mexican woman, I see my mother, Ada. And as I travel to Postville, Iowa, to a meatpacking plant, I see my wife, Zoraida. And I travel to New York and meet a woman from the Dominican Republic in a sweatshop, and I see my daughter, Jessica. Yo veo todas esas mujeres y veo mi esposa, veo mi hija y veo mi madre. ¿Qué usted haría si ve a esas mujeres en tu vida sufriendo de discriminación, de odio, de explotación y de prejuicio. Yo creo que tenemos una sola responsabilidad y es darlo todo para que ellas y ellos y todos los inmigrantes, si no nosotros, entonces ¿quién va a tomar el timón del liderazgo? And so let me simply say that we will fight until the day that comprehensive immigration reform is signed by the President of the United States. Para que seamos realmente los que amamos a nuestros prójimos. Son nuestros prójimos, son nuestros hermanos. No simplemente porque hablan el vernáculo de Dios, el español, sino porque realmente no podemos tener un futuro si no corregimos las deficiencias y la injusticia en la cual viven millones de hispanoparlantes hoy. El futuro sí es nuestro, dependiendo de cómo es que respondemos a la exigencia de justicia que se nos presenta hoy. Sé que nosotros lo lograremos, si se puede. Gracias por este año.